Welcome, dear viewers, to Mr. Magazine, your favorite escape into the shimmering world of Turkish stars, where emotions spill beyond the cameras and fame reveals its human face. Before we dive into tonight's astonishing story, don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and hit the join button if you'd like to support our growing family of passionate celebrity lovers. And of course, like this video if you enjoy uncovering the stories behind the headlines. Tonight's story unfolds under the lights of Istanbul, a night that began in laughter, only to end in tears, memories, and words that can never again be unsaid. The charismatic actor Barış Baktaş, whose talent and charm have long captivated audiences, found himself at the center of a whirlwind after a night out turned into an unexpected confession about his past love, Yagma Yüksel. It was an ordinary evening at one of Istanbul's most exclusive venues, the kind of place where celebrities come to unwind behind closed doors. Barış Baktaş arrived surrounded by friends, radiating his usual warmth and effortless charm. Witnesses say he greeted everyone with open arms, cracked jokes, and seemed genuinely happy to be among those he trusted. As the music swelled and the night deepened, laughter echoed through the air. Yet with every glass raised, the actor's eyes began to soften, his smile occasionally giving way to quiet moments of reflection. What started as a celebration slowly transformed into something much more fragile, a glimpse into a man still haunted by emotions he thought he'd buried. By the time Barış stepped outside, the flashes of reporters' cameras painted the night in silver. At first, he faced them with his usual humor, that playful grin that has melted hearts since his early television days. But when one journalist dared to ask the question everyone was thinking, is there still something between you and Yagma Yüksel? The tone of the evening changed completely. For a moment, he stood in silence, his expression faltering. Then, taking a slow breath, his voice trembled with honesty. Sometimes you can't erase certain people from your heart. Yagma left a mark on my life. Everyone knows that. She wasn't just a lover, she was my inspiration. Even days without her smile felt incomplete. Those words, raw and unguarded, cut through the noise of the night. The journalists froze. For a brief instant, the ever-composed Barış Baktaş was no longer the celebrity, he was just a man still in love. When asked if there was any chance of rekindling their romance, he looked away, his eyes glassy from both emotion and drink. That's life, no one knows what the future holds. But some feelings don't fade. Her happiness, that's my peace. The vulnerability of that confession rippled through the night like a shockwave. Within hours, those few sentences were everywhere, splashed across gossip pages, retweeted by fans, and dissected by entertainment shows from Turkey to Europe. As dawn broke, the internet was ablaze. The truth came out while he was drunk, one follower wrote. He's still in love with Yagma, another declared. Clips from the night, showing the actor's emotional tone and tearful eyes, went viral within minutes. By morning, Barış's management released a short statement. It was a long week. Barış went out to relax with friends. Everything's fine, there's nothing wrong with the press. But it was too late, the emotional truth had already taken on a life of its own. Every talk show, every magazine headline, every fan forum repeated his words, she wasn't just a lover, she was my inspiration. And here's where you, our Mr. Magazine family, come in. Do you think confessions made under the influence reveal real feelings? Or do emotions simply speak louder when the heart's defenses are down? Tell us your thoughts in the comments, we're reading them all. While the world buzzed, Yagma Yüksel stayed silent, outwardly, at least. Those close to her hinted that she had seen the videos and was deeply moved. According to one source in her circle, she sent a private message to friends, writing, "Seeing Boris like that made me both sad and surprised. No public statements, no social media posts, just quiet reflection." But that silence, in the world of fame, often screams the loudest. Fans filled her latest Instagram post with comments like, "You can see it in her eyes, she still cares. Boris spoke the truth, real love doesn't fade. Please, get back together. We all need a happy ending." Witnesses from the venue described the evening as one of deep emotion wrapped in chaos. "He was polite and kind to everyone," said one staff member, "but you could tell something was weighing on him. There was a moment when his eyes filled with tears, and he tried to hide it." Another guest claimed Boris kept glancing at his phone, occasionally smiling as if lost in a memory. At one point, said the witness, he murmured something like, "If it were her, she'd be laughing at me right now." That one sentence has since become the most quoted line from the night, proof, perhaps, that love still lingers where laughter once lived. When the actor finally left the venue, his friends gently supporting him, he stopped briefly in front of the reporters and muttered, "Friends, please, let's not make a big deal of tonight. It was just one night, nothing more." But the photographs told another story. His face, a mixture of regret and longing, was captured perfectly in the glare of the paparazzi lights. Those images became instant tabloid history, the look of a man whose past had come rushing back in a single night. By sunrise, social media was a storm of emotion. Hashtags like #Boris and Yagma, #TrueLoveNeverEnds, and #TheConfessionNight trended across platforms. Fans posted emotional montages of their favorite on-screen moments, turning nostalgia into hope. Everything becomes clear with time. Sometimes words can't express what's truly in the heart. That single line reignited every spark that his confession had lit the night before. Fans flooded his comment sections with thousands of messages. This story isn't over. Real love finds its way back. Boris and Yagma forever. To those who've followed the pair since their early collaboration, this wasn't just another celebrity headline, it was a chapter reopening after years of silence. Their chemistry, their laughter, and their rumored romance had once captured an entire audience's imagination. Now, after one emotional night, all of that came rushing back. Even a prominent television producer weighed in, telling reporters, Boris's sincerity made him even more lovable to the public. It's rare to see an actor this open about his feelings, even accidentally. So, dear Mr. Magazine family, what do we make of this unforgettable night? Was it merely a slip of the tongue brought on by one too many drinks, or a heartfelt confession from a man who still can't forget his first great love? Here at Mr. Magazine, we don't just report stories, we follow the emotions that make them real. And in Barış Baktaş's trembling words, she wasn't just a lover, she was my inspiration. Perhaps we heard not the voice of a celebrity, but of a human being longing for closure, or maybe for a second chance. Before you go, don't forget to subscribe, tap the join button to support our work, and leave your thoughts below. Do you think Yağmur Yüksel will forgive him? Can love lost truly be found again? One thing is certain, some stories don't end. They simply wait for the right moment to be told again. And when that moment comes, you can be sure Mr. Magazine will be right here to tell it first. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and never stop believing in the power of love.